Thank you, Redwin. Today was a big day for New Zealand trainer Margaret Bull. As well as winning the Turnbull with lack of reason, she won the Epsom at Randwick with magnitude. The first of the big Sydney double was the Spring Champion Stakes, and a tremendous finish here. Handy Proverb was the favourite.
Just well clear over Dream Lodge. Easter's putting in a big run down the outside, and now Handy Proverb is firing in a finish. Easter coming at Dream Lodge and Indian Raj. Easter flying on the line, it'll be tight, and Easter got there, I think, from Dream Lodge. Indian Raj third, and then Handy Proverb.
Easter, the winner, starting at 4-1, drops to 45.5 kilos in the Caulfield Cup. There was a protest there, fourth against second, which was upheld. Now the Epsom.
Putting in a run at Petrus down the outside, but soon after Magnitude led the way from Rising Prince down the outside Petrus, but Magnitude wins it. Colour Page for second, double down to your Rising Prince next, then Castanelli, Royal Grit, then Great.
The New Zealander Magnitude gave Mel Johnson his first big win since returning from Malaysia about 3 years ago at 14-1. Today's daily double at Randwick, and it paid on the numbers of 4 and 8, $55.45, and the extra there for a pair of fours netted $5.25. Well, at Flemington today, champion galloper Kingston Town dispelled any doubts about his comeback to racing with an impressive track trial. Clem Dimsey reports.
The crowd applauded the champion as he stepped onto the Flemington track for the first time in almost 3 years. According to Flemington track rider Bob Ball, the champ knew it was race day.
Once you see in the crowd, I could feel him underneath me. He was pricking his ears and loved every minute of it. Loved every minute of it, you know.
Once the gates opened, the King raced keenly next to the rails to share the lead. It was only over the last 50 metres that his condition gave out and he went down by a head to his galloping companions. But he did what was required today. But although it's only early days yet, Ball feels that Kingston Town, although 9, could win his 4th Cox Plate.
He's a champion of champions, Kingston Town, and he's a legend in his own time. You know, you put him down with the greats, with the Farlaps and the Tullocks and the Galilees and horses like that, you know. But like I said before, I quoted a couple of times before, he doesn't know he's 9. In fact, he felt like a 5-year-old under me, you know.
Well, the feature race out there, the Manifold Stakes, went to the South Australian Rebecca Gay, who's now a top Oaks prospect, and Lack of Reason proved he's right on target for the Caulfield Cup with his Turnbull win. The first and Quick Work got punters off on the wrong leg. He was sent out favourite, but failed to fill a place.
Wise Decision, a length and a half in front. Dexterous coming at him strongly in the last 150, and then Unquestioned from last. Wise Decision pulling out plenty. He's a half in front. Dexterous throwing everything at him on the outside. Won't make it. Wise Decision wins ahead to Dexterous. Unquestioned a good third.
A return to form for Wise Decision, who started at 10-1, and a nice run from Unquestioned in third place. As we go to race 2, Rory's just a favourite.
Front at the 200, but Richfield's Lad raced up to it in a stride, but he has his head on the side. He's taken the lead nevertheless, Richfield's Lad, and he's drawing away from Rory's Jester. Here's Globetrotter flashing home, but Richfield's Lad wins just on a length to Rory's Jester, and a nose away third as Globetrotter, a great run.
Richfield's Lad much too strong at 8-1, Rory's Jester 2-1, and an eye-catcher from Globetrotter. He'll be fitter for the run.
Inside on his own, Redelver in front at the 200-metre mark, kicked away, but Inertia running about us, trying to get on level terms, clear of Dead of Night, who's green, and then Wheatsheaf Road. Redelver in front, Inertia trying to pick it up, but Redelver pulls out plenty. Redelver wins from Inertia, Wheatsheaf Road 3 away third.
Redelver at 5-1 took out the 2-year-old. A good performance turned in by Inertia, who came down the centre of the track. Here's the win of Eastern Temple in the 4th.
Struggling, 200 to go. Sapphire Ladder half to Eastern Temple, picking him up quickly. Then Great Poet 2 lengths behind those from Anchor. Spirit of Kingston will run second last, but it's Eastern Temple taking the lead, and Eastern Temple wins from Sapphire Lad. Third, Great Poet.
She's a very good mare. Eastern Temple got the prize at 5-2. Her mission is the Caulfield Cup, and Spirit of Kingston a most disappointing run. Here's a Manifold.
Starting to fly home. They've got 150 to go. Sutton in front by 3-12. Rebecca Gay trying to reach Sutton. Sutton stopping Rebecca Gay, and 12 getting to her. Rebecca Gay raced up to Sutton, and Rebecca Gay wins. Rebecca Gay by 3/4, 12 second, and no Sutton third.
Tremendous performance from Rebecca Gay to come from last at the home turn to win the Edward Manifold Stakes. And now the win of Caledonian Boy.
Then No Parole into the clear, finishing fairly from Palatinsky, but Caledonian Boy nicely clear with 100 metres to go. He's 3 in front of No Parole, and Palatinsky finishing well. Caledonian Boy's packing too many guns though. Caledonian Boy wins by a length to Palatinsky, third No Parole.
Caledonian Boy led all the way to score at 3-1, and favourite ridden by Pat Highland. Here's the Turnbull. Our Sophia was the favourite.
Lack of Reason trying to get to them and then not declared, and Ballyman's Boy finishing well on the outside with Al Sophia. Lack of Reason got to Glenn Morrison in the shadows of the post from Ballyman's Boy, and Lack of Reason wins from a blanket finish. Al Sophia wide out with those horses. Glenn Morrison not declared, and
Terrific finish there. Lack of Reason at 7-2. A good run turned in by Al Sophia, back from 4s to 5-2 in second place. Lack of Reason is now fully qualified for the Caulfield Cup, and trainer Margaret Bull is excited about his prospects.
Well, we thought this last autumn he's a what we class, fast sort of, front-running type of staying. So I've never witnessed a Caulfield Cup live or watched it on TV ever since I can remember. So, I felt that he could be ideally suited by a race like that.
In the last, the best finish of the day between the favourite What a Nuisance and Irish Lord, who was back from 10-1 to 6-1.
Check from Mr. Jazz. What a Nuisance has taken the lead. Fighting on strongly. Irish Lord, he won't give in. Irish Lord and What a Nuisance to fight it out with 100 to go. Irish Lord come again. What a Nuisance comes at him again. They go head and head, a bob of the head. Oh, no, I don't know. What a Nuisance and Irish Lord together. In third placing, Make Me Famous, followed by...
Irish Lord fought back on the fence to score narrowly at 6-1 from What a Nuisance and Make Me Famous. He protested, alleging interference there, but the protest was dismissed. Today's quadrella paid $122.30 for 1, 3, 5 and 8. The daily double, $14.90 for 3 and 8. Extra 2 and 1, $21.85. At Morfordville, 1 and 2, $6.35, and the extra paying $8.65. We move along now to the Moe quadrella. And there's the Adelaide double. There's the Moe quaddie, $771.15. Daily double there paid $19.30, and the extra returning $107.45. Well, Australia's hopes of a gold medal at the World Cup faded today in the second day of competition. And for the first time in the history of the Cup, Africa leads the men's team standings. Here are some highlights, beginning with the men's 400 metres.
Yep. Leading, Krylov being tackled by Egbeniki, then it's back to Schönleber, Franks and Clark in a winning position in the inside lane. This is going to be a tremendous finish. Clark's going to straighten up, perhaps in front, before on the inside. Franks in front of Clark, then back to Schönleber and Egbeniki. Franks, Schönleber, Clark's beaten, Egbeniki beaten. Franks in front of Schönleber, and Franks wins for the USA. Schönleber second, Egbeniki third, Clark fourth.
Second round throw for Yuri Tom of the USSR. Touch out of control, but it's way over the record again. 81-12, so he's bettered his first round performance. This is how he did it.
Using the legs and then putting speed into the hammerhead and staying in balance, doing all the simple things.
In the women's 100 metres hurdle, Zagacheva on the far side leads from Oshkanat and Gusarova. On this side, Nunn's in about fifth position. Oshkanat coming at Zagacheva. Zagacheva just in front. Oh, it was close. Zagacheva, it seems, has won it. Abascal, and now Khalifa coming out after all of them, and this is a frantic run home. 220 metres to go. Lotarev, Hillard, Khalifa and Abascal, four of them in the race.
What a finish we're going to have here.
He goes Hillard around the surge. Inside the 200, Hillard and Lotarev, followed by Khalifa, and Abascal isn't done yet. As they come into the straight, there was almost a fall behind Hillard and Lotarev. Khalifa looks strong. Lotarev challenged by Khalifa. Hillard's gone. Khalifa gets to the front, and Bayer from the rear of the field. Khalifa in front of Bayer. Bayer wearing him down. Khalifa wins it though.
A challenge. That's just what...
Well, that's all in sport. Now Edwin has the weather.
Thanks, Greg. Well, it's certainly been a strange day as far as the weather goes, because not only did the rain spread itself further than expected, but Melbourne's overnight minimum and maximum temperatures were the same. More about that shortly, but first our usual look around the country, and conditions were fine in most centres with temperatures close to the October average. Tomorrow there'll be afternoon showers in Hobart, a southerly change in Sydney, an early shower in Darwin, but everywhere else fine. In our region, temperatures vary between 15 and 21 degrees, and rain persisted in all districts. You can see that Mount Buller had the lowest top and the highest maximum of 27 shared by Orbost and Lakes Entrance. Now, Melbourne's overnight low of 19 gave us the warmest October night for 4 years. The minimum temperature was recorded at 9 a.m. and that's when the mercury started falling, so consequently it was also Melbourne's maximum. The satellite chart shows the cloud which brought today's rain. It simply intensified more than was originally expected. You can see the situation on the noon chart with the cold front moving through Victoria, and tomorrow morning the second front will be west of Tasmania, leaving us in a west to southwest airstream with further showers in southern and mountain districts. The highs moving across and we should be into fine weather on Monday. Now the forecast: southern New South Wales, scattered showers in the east, fine and cloudy, partly cloudy anyway tomorrow. Victoria, patchy rain and isolated thunderstorms, contracting to the east overnight and clearing. Fine in the north tomorrow after early fog patches, moderate to rough sea. The regional centres, fine in the far north but rain in the south. A strong wind warning is current for coastal waters east of the promontory. The bays, westerly winds of 15 knots reaching 20 knots at times in the south tonight and a mainly choppy sea. Melbourne, cool to mild and partly cloudy, with a westerly breeze and an overnight low of 10, a top of 18 degrees. Finally, the extended outlook, and it should be fine and mild on Monday and Tuesday, but showers developing on Wednesday. Now to tonight's main news once again, and in an 11th hour decision, star Aboriginal rugby union player Glenn Eller has joined 2 other players on a tour of South Africa. Acting Foreign Affairs Minister Senator Gareth Evans immediately issued a statement saying the visit was a matter of regret. There's still hope for a boy trapped for 15 days under rubble in earthquake-devastated Mexico City. He's spoken to the rescue teams, frantically trying to reach him, and rescuers believe the boy does have sufficient air supply to survive. And on the second day of the World Cup in Canberra, Australia's hopes for a gold medal faded for the first time in the history of the Cup.
Dine at night